Sometimes it's hard when you're getting pressed to find that nice fluid motion, but I thought our guys did a good job of finding it periodically throughout the game.
Coach, when you're talking about, you mentioned like after games, team was connected, team wasn't connected. When you think about stuff like that, how much of that falls on Javon? And I know it's not all on his shoulders, but it seems like he plays a big role in that. And so if he's on, there's a connection. If he's off, there might not be quite.
Yeah, I think connectivity is really more of a team thing, but Javon certainly is the guy that at both ends of the floor, he's either one of the guys defensively guarding the ball, dictating, talk, or offensively getting us started into whatever action we're trying to do. So he certainly is a big role in that, but overall that's more of a team thing when we talk about the connectivity.
Coach, happy with the press break? They didn't really give you too many problems.
Yeah, that looked a lot better than it did at practice the last couple of days, so that was good. No, I was really pleased. I thought there was a couple things I thought Iona was really good at, and that one was turning people over on their full court press, and we did a nice job with that. And then their free throws, box outs, not something that a lot of teams you talk about, but they're one of the best in the country at getting their own misses on free throws. And I thought our guys did a really nice job there, being physical and not giving up any of those.
Coach, what did the stretch of Hal with 11 points in 3 or 4 minutes there in the first half mean?
Yeah, he was great. I mean, he gives us such a spark off the bench. He comes in, he's full of confidence. We love that about him. He understands what he's good at. He knows how to find his spots, and he's not afraid to let it go. So I thought that was again, when you have a little lead, but then you go to your bench and you're able to extend it. That's a nice luxury to have as a coach.
Did you like what you guys did defensively?
Yeah, I thought overall our guys were pretty good at holding them to 23.7%. I believe that's their lowest in 20 years. So defensively, I thought our guys did a great job of trying to take away their paint touches, not letting them get downhill, and they put stress on every single bounce to try to get into the paint. So guys did a nice job there, and it takes a lot of communication too, because they do a lot of little brush screens and things like that. So I thought our versatility of being able to switch at times 1 through 5, and guys were able to still fight. And I thought we had some good double teams off the mismatches as well that guys executed, not only the double team but also the rotations on the backside.
Assists on more than 50% of your made shots. Is that a number you look at? Is that what you want? Is that in the right territory?
Again, we don't look for a percentage on how many baskets are assisted, because some nights there's no opportunity there. It's just we're setting a ball screen and we want you to get downhill and go make the layup. So it all kind of depends on how the game and what it's given to you from that end of the floor. Of we love to have that assist to turnover be better. That was probably the main thing that we look at. 15 assists, but 16 turnovers for us. That's not going to work on most night. That 16 turnover piece.
You've talked a lot that some nights you're a certain kind of team, and some nights others. You might be 3-point shooting. You might be doing other things. Is it important that the game dictate to you what you be rather than you dictate to the game?
I think it's a mixture. We would love to have good balance, being able to get paint touches, being able to finish at the rim, being able to get to the free throw line, being able to make a good percentage of threes. There are times today, especially in that first half, I thought late in the first half we started settling for too many threes. I thought we needed to get into the paint more, and we needed to get to the free throw line more. Sometimes that happens too when you have guys make a few. They're trying to have them a night. So, but those are the things we got to get a little more balanced with, because I think there's opportunities there where we need to drive it more. We need to post it more and get some looks where we're creating advantages down in the interior.
Talk about balance. I mean, just looking at it, you had 26 points off turnovers, 24 in the paint, 19 second chance points, and 12 fast break points. I mean, it's kind of a little bit of scoring every way.
Yeah, and I love the second chance points. I thought Toby did a nice job tonight. Gave us 5 offensive rebounds, I believe. So that's really good. That's something we've put some focus on as well. We got to create more opportunities for ourselves on a night where we're not making 15 free throws, where we can go get those second and third chance opportunities.
Hey, Darren, a little bit more on Javon and what you were just mentioning with the three-point line. There's a stretch there where there's a bunch of threes and they're not going, and I don't know if Iona fell asleep and expected that, but he gets a layup, three-point play, and things just kind of change after that too. Is that just a 80-point guard?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, and Javon's a terrific cutter. He knows how to set it up. He knows how to sell it, and that's something we need him actually to do a little bit more of because he is so good at it. Sometimes, he'll bounce out a little bit more where we'd like him to kind of stick his head down, get in the paint. And we had really challenged him here these last few days. Like, we need him to be more aggressive. We need Tucker to be more aggressive, not just to score, but also to, as facilitators. So having those two guys with the ball in their hands and trying to get them open more where they can get touches that create opportunities for them to get better looks to shoot it, but also for them to get better opportunities where they're on the move now and can help facilitate for the other guys.
Coach, sort of along those lines, I mean, obviously his 23 points stand out, but I mean, like, even if you were to hypothetically cut that in half, he still got 5 rebounds, 5 assists, only turned the ball over once, 4 steals. It's that kind of all-around game. I mean, some point guards, okay, maybe they score a lot or maybe they get a lot of assists, but it seems like his versatility maybe is what kind of stands out.
That's the type of stat line I think he can do consistently. I really believe that he's that type of player, and there's a lot of winning numbers on that stat sheet for him. So again, that was part of our focus here these last few days is we need him to be more assertive and kind of stuffing that stat sheet, if you will. Like all those numbers are great because he is a big, strong guard. He can go get rebounds. He can get in the paint. He plays at a good pace. He's got a good feel for the game, and then he knows how to score on top of that.
Coach, Jake gets his first points, gets a nice ovation. What do moments like that, mean for the team and a guy that's probably not going to be in the spotlight this year? Yeah,
Jake's great. A little side story. I saw him. Him and Tucker played against each other in high school, so I've seen him do that all the time. They had some great rivalry games growing as they were coming through high school. But Jake's awesome. I mean, he's the type of walk-on, comes in every day, just works hard, does his job, doesn't complain, just wants to be a part of the team, loves being out there, and then when he gets his moment, he's not afraid to let it go.
Coach, with the opportunity you guys have coming up, how do you play that as a coach? Do you play up the fact that they're a top 5 team with Gonzaga, or are they just another team? How do you approach that with your guys?
No, it's an opportunity. I mean, it's a great game for us, a great challenge for us. That we understand. Between now and next week, when we toss it up in the Bahamas, we got to get better at some things, and we know that. And that's we're not going to be a complete fix by next Wednesday, but we got to continue to grow as a team in certain areas, and I think our guys are pretty motivated to do that, and just continue to get better. And then when we toss it up on Wednesday, be as ready to play as we can.
What about the challenge of playing 3 games in a short span?
Yeah, I love it. I love MTEs for that reason because it gives you kind of a preview of the Big 12 tournament that you may have to do that potentially. So you get a little feel for that tournament type environment, that tournament feel of seeing how guys respond after a night. They've guaranteed these 3 games, but we're going to have a real good idea, like, hey, maybe we need to sub a little bit more or whatever it might be, and then be able to get some feedback from this tournament. But I love the challenge of this tournament. Every night's win or lose, there's the field is loaded. So it's going to be 3 really good games for us to prepare for and go down there and try to get some wins.
The fact that the entire field, like you said, is loaded, not just your guys' side of the bracket, but the other bracket. I mean, when you sign up, I mean, that's handed to you. What were your thoughts? Like, thanks a lot, or what? I mean,
yeah. Like I said, that's there's parts of the schedule that are already set, and we're going to go play those games, and we're excited about it. Our guys are excited about it. It's a great trip. So we're going to approach it. We're going down there to win the first one. We'll worry about the second one on day 2. But we need to have a good week of practice as we get ready to prepare for the game.
anything else? Thanks, Coach.
Thank you all. Happy Thanksgiving.